What's up, this is Chosen, and this is going to be a fun one where I'm just going to give you my thoughts on some of the raid content creators and what kind of pops into my head when I think of this person. I've been in raid since pretty much the beginning. I've seen hundreds of content creators come and go. Know a lot of these people on a personal level, so we're just going to go through and talk about my experience over the years in terms of what comes to my head first in relation to these different content creators in raid. And admittedly, there's like hundreds of content creators for raid. Raid's an extremely popular game that's very in-depth with lots of things to cover. So there are thousands and thousands of videos and hundreds of creators. I can't get to everyone in this video, so I'm only going to be going over the ones that I know the best and have known for the longest, etc. So if I leave someone out in this video, it's not out of spite or intentional or because I don't like them or they don't make good content or something. It's just I can only give you the perspective on the ones that I know the best and have dealt with the most. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first we have got the person I have known the longest in raid, which is Darth Microtransaction. We met when both of us were new to creating content in the mobile scene. We both had a couple thousand subscribers, and I believe Darth reached out to me for a collab, and we quickly became friends and have known each other ever since and talked to each other a lot and do a lot of collabs and stuff. Darth is very funny. He's gonna wear his emotions on his sleeves. He kind of lives life by the whim, does what he wants, and he's gonna tell you like it is. So you can definitely respect that. He's always gonna keep it real and let you know exactly what he thinks about things. So has definitely been a good friend of mine since basically day one in raid. For Hell Hades, definitely the biggest content creator to cover raid as their main project and main source of content. Is extremely good at delegating and having a vision for what the demand is going to be for the future, running all sorts of different things from websites to tools and communities and stream and YouTube and multiple channels and multiple projects. The type of guy, if you were going to hire a general manager for your business, he is someone you would want on your side paying to run things because he definitely has a vision for that sort of stuff. For Ash, what comes to mind is mogul. Like, this guy does it all. Somehow, I have no idea how he does it. There must be an insane skill set for time management and discipline to run companies and do daily content on multiple games and keep your pulse on the gaming industry in general and all of the different things he's got his hands in to be able to crank out the amount of content he does on top of that is really incredible, and he is definitely an amazing resource for the raid community because he brings a lot of knowledge about just industry things in general, and he's always been an amazing resource that content creators can get in touch with and do collabs with and reach out to really learn from him and gain some perspective about all sorts of different things in the content and gaming industry. ColeBrew is someone I talk to almost on a daily basis, and we really touch base with with each other a lot to try and kind of get knowledge on different things. Is a lot like me, is into investing and into all sorts of different games and into producing content, so we have a lot in common. And what comes to mind about ColeBrew is he's probably one of the best at both relating to super advanced content while also relating to the super beginners and the free-to-play players. He does a really good job of bridging both gaps. A lot of people are either really good at beginner type content or they're really endgame and really good at the whale type endgame content, but ColeBrew is one of the best at merging those two worlds and having a really consistent knowledge base of his content. Then for Stu, Stu is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Stu, in the same day, will upload a video about how pissed off he is, ranting and raging about something, and then a couple hours later he'll upload a video where he's laughing and he's jovial and friendly and loving life, and so it's definitely interesting to follow his channel. There's always a very wide variety of content and perspectives you're gonna get over there on Stu's channel, and he's also probably one of the best at articulating some of the niche strategies, finding random things like random rares that are really good at random things in the game and putting together some crazy teams for secret rooms and bosses, and he does a really good job on that type of content for finding niche strategies. Layla is someone who is very fun to interact with. She's always high energy, lots of positivity, very hardworking, knows a lot about the lore and some of the fun story type stuff behind Raid. Does a great job cosplaying. Most notably, I think her best one in my opinion was Madame Saris. Looks really cool doing that. So someone who streams at the same time as I do, so we end up raiding each other a lot, and we end up talking behind the scenes about other games and stuff as well. So Layla, definitely a super positive and fun influence for the Raid community. JayGiggs is, in my opinion, one of the most talented people in the Raid content creation scene. Can do it all from comedy to free-to-play content, to endgame content, to news, and he's also insane at music and rapping and writing lyrics, just like legitimately good. I know lots of people rap as a meme just for something fun to do, but JayGiggs is legitimately good. If you haven't seen some of his songs or heard some of his rap verses and stuff, he is awesome, and definitely super talented guy, and his stuff is definitely going to get more views over time as more people discover him, because he's really funny and really talented. For BGE, what comes to mind is crisp, clean cut. We have a really similar style in how we do content and our thumbnails and our graphics. He's always just got a very professional look to his type of stuff, does a great job providing consistent perspective, and just really runs his show doing multiple different things, has a wide knowledge of all sorts of different games, from mobile gachas to RPGs to free-to-play raid content to endgame niche content. A very consistent and adept content creator. Scratch is a lot of fun. Recently, I just did like a 4-hour collab with him live on stream. Extremely knowledgeable about the game, was able to kind of help me put together a tag team arena squad for my account, and a very, probably the most consistent performer in Raid, like just throughout time, like top 50 in platinum, just crushing it, daily content, high level player, a very consistent content creator throughout the years for Raid. Murder Inc. is a very high-level player and competitor. I believe he was a college athlete, if I remember talking to him, which doesn't surprise me at all. He's the type of guy, like if you were going to do a ladder reset on an RPG and you wanted to put together a team to get like a server first on some achievement, he's the type of guy you want on your squad. Very efficient, very knowledgeable, very competitive, is really good at extracting value in games, putting up insane numbers on Raid, building crazy teams, an extremely high level player for Raid. And when I did the, and also very knowledgeable, when I did the trivia contest with all the content creators, Murder Inc. is the one who won that contest back in the day. So definitely knowledgeable and high level. Kizzle is an OG and a really good friend of mine, and about once every 3 or 4 months, Kizzle is going to make a video about how he is back and he is on the grind. But Kizzle is just, he's too good at too many different things, so he gets distracted. He's an amazing athlete who's always training to do stuff. He works a really high-octane job in the business world where he is very knowledgeable and very successful. So I like to poke fun at him because he's always trying to come back but just can't quite pull it off, because he's just good at too many different things and he has too much going on in his life. But definitely a fun guy to have in the community when he's here. Madcapper, similar to Darth, is someone I have probably known the longest, has been in my clan with me for basically since the start, and is definitely most notably known for his like I build them so you didn't have to series, where he builds random champions and gives you some insight onto if they're worth it or not, and his experience from playing with them. Definitely a really cool series that he does. Deadwood Jedi, the first thing that comes to mind is clan boss for sure. Has arguably changed the way Raid is played more than anybody else in the world. Clan boss is the most important area of the game for getting daily resources, and he basically changed the meta, not all by himself. There's a lot of people helping and working on these different tools and projects, like reverse engineering the turn meter and how that functions. Lots of other people helped in that, but Deadwood has really been the most consistent forefront figure in those efforts, and with his site and with his budget compositions and unkillable type stuff, arguably changed the way Raid is played more than anyone else in the world. The Saffron Man is also someone I've known since way back in the day. One of the first people I knew in the raid community, is a super positive influence on the raid community. Does a lot of fun community-oriented stuff, like last year hosting the awards show with Hell Hades, doing a lot of fun different things to gift out to content creators that had excelled in different areas of content creation. Does a lot of fun things like that. I also love the fact that he's a StarCraft player. I had a show match with him where we played 1v1 in StarCraft. Anybody who's got a history in StarCraft is obviously someone I love, because that was my first passion in gaming, was StarCraft. So definitely last but not least with Saffron Man here. So that does it for my initial thoughts on the content creators that I have known the longest and know the most about. Obviously, I left some people off of the list, but like I said, I can't get to everybody when there's hundreds of really good raid content creators. These are just the ones that I have the most experience dealing with and have the most perspective on sharing thoughts about. So yeah, let me know down below what you think, if you agree or disagree with me. Just it's fun to do a video like this every couple weeks and just kind of talk about something random in the raid community and share some thoughts on things and interact with you guys in the comment section as well. So that is going to do it for this one. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.